Very good morning. Thanks for clicking on to the Monday edition of Hogan's European Outlook. I'm currently in between flights. I'm at Heathrow and ready to hop on the plane to Tokyo, Japan. So I'm switching to short video modes. Of course, there won't be daily this upcoming 10-day period. So bear with me. I will try and upload as much as I can. So let's get right to it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let's have a quick look at a couple of things that I forgot to share in yesterday's video. Record-breaking hot temperatures across parts of Japan, as you can see here. Ridiculously warm for the month of November. Highs as much as 28 and close to 30 Celsius in many parts of Japan. Multiple records getting obliterated up and down the country at the moment here. And it'll be interesting to see how warm temperatures are when I'm due to arrive tomorrow morning Japanese time. In parts of northern China, we've seen the first minus 30s of the season. One particular location recording minus 30.7 Celsius, and we're going to continue to see some very chilly temperatures across northern China in the coming days ahead. Funny enough, the flight path that my wife and I will be taking takes us across Kazakhstan and then right across the top of far northern China, not that far from the Mongolian border. So it's going to be an interesting flight today as I cross right over Eurasia and then finally crossing the Yellow Sea, South Korea, and into Japan. So I'll be quite curious to see some of the landscapes. Obviously, during the daytime, it'll be different once the darkness sets in for a period of time during the flight, and then the sun will come back up somewhere over eastern China later on tomorrow morning. So I'll try and get some pictures, maybe even a little bit of video to show you. So stay tuned also for that. And interesting time certainly to come with regards to here in the channel, giving you some updates with regards to the weather situation in Japan. Certainly looking at the situation for the British Isles, the Arctic Oscillation, according to the GFS ensemble, take your pick. It looks as if we are going to see more positive Arctic Oscillation as we go towards the middle and second half of the month. The North Atlantic Oscillation looks as if it's generally neutral. And then, of course, as we look at the GFS ensemble for the 10 millibar pattern, you can see that the quite clearly, actually, I think on this chart, that we have got the polar vortex going to strengthen as we play through the loop. You can see it kind of strengthening here from slightly below average speeds within the zone main winds circling the Arctic region. But then at the very, very end of the clip, you can see here some pretty strong warming taking place over the Siberia side of the pole, pushing the vortex off its axis and towards North America, Greenland, and the British Isles. I think, folks, this favours more of a push towards Arctic cold into the United States. And I think what that may do is it may reinvigorate the jet stream during the latter half of November and creating more of an Atlantic, like a firming up the Atlantic driven pattern that we've, of course, been so used to in recent times. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as we go forward here. Looking at the GFS ensemble, upcoming 5 days, you can see here that the negative remains firmly in control. Notice here as we push towards the latter half of the month, that trough shifts west, and we've got a little bit more of a kind of ridge developing over Iberia, trying to push northwards up towards the British Isles. If you notice here, looking at precipitation, this is the upcoming 7-day period, and you can see it is slightly wetter than average in some places, but notice Scotland's drier than average. As we play through this loop, you can see here that the wetter than average theme continues, especially across the central swathe of the British Isles. Not quite as much across Ireland, if you notice here, but it'll be interesting to see whether this month winds up wetter than average. As you probably already know if you've checked out on marvelweather.com, there is a call for average to slightly below average temperatures this month, and indeed a wetter November overall. So this is upcoming 5 days. You can see here slightly below average conditions across the British Isles and the bulk of the UK at least, Ireland as well, down into Iberia. And then as we play through the loop, as the model sees that trough shift westwards out over the Atlantic, there comes slightly warmer than average temperatures. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens as we move towards the second half of the month. Certainly the GFS ensemble. This is for London's 850 temperatures. We've got below average conditions through the next several days here. And then, of course, the ensemble mean, that white thick line, indicates that the temperatures at 850 go slightly warmer than average over London. And then there's quite a large spread. Some model members indicate 850s between 5 and 10 Celsius above average, or it goes actually below average. So it really is indicating the uncertainty with the forecast as we go towards the second half of the month. Exactly where the situation develops is going to be critical, of course. We are going to start to see temperatures warming up over North America. That in turn weakens the jet, and then we start to see region trying to build from Iberia northwards. So we'll watch this space. Stay tuned here on markvoganweather.com. Like I say, there's not going to be a daily video, but I certainly intend to post as much as I can. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you in the next few days from Japan. Stay tuned.